Hello and welcome, my name is Highspot, and I am going to be playing Timestone today. This is a point-and-click adventure game developed by Scared Square Games. It's a small indie developer based out of Yorkshire, England, founded by a man named Stuart Lilford. I don't really know much about this game. I recently saw this featured on GameJolt.com, and just looking at the screenshots and the description, it kind of has the feel of the old kind of LucasArts AdventureSoft kind of games. It actually references Day of the Tentacle and Simon the Sorcerer in the description of the game, and I do love me some point-and-click adventure like Monkey Island, Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle. Those are some of my favorites. So I gave it a download. I'm going to give it a shot, and feel free, come along with me. Let's play. Professor. Professor, I'm here for my potions lesson? Professor! Don't worry, I'll untie you. By the gods, what happened to you? Elle, I've no time to explain. You must get out of here before he comes back. Before who comes back? This guy. Who are you? What have you done with the professor? Looks like Brainiac. I am the evil warlock Garglewort. As for your precious professor, he has something I want. And since he was unwilling to give it to me, I will have to take it from him by force. Or maybe the leader from Marvel. Yeah. I'll never tell you where it is. Oh, but I think you will. In fact, I bet my fully equipped torture dungeon on it. I might even teleport you there right now to show you just how persuasive I can be. And he did. The professor! What are you going to do with him, you monster? Oh, don't worry, I'm just going to torture him within an inch of his life, until he reveals to me the location of the Timestone. Timestone? Never mind about that. You'll be too busy starving to death in the shack your professor calls a home. And just how do you plan on keeping me here? Let's just see you try and go anywhere with an unbreakable hex lock on the door. And there it is. Hex lock. Now if you'll excuse me. I've got an old fool to torture information from. I wonder what I should use first. Scalding hot lotions? Or the nipple clamps? Definitely the lotions first. I think the lotions go right into the nipple clamps. By the gods! The professor! That evil monster. I've got to find a way out of here. Alright. Since this is an adventure game, I expect to look at everything and then pick up everything. So let's do that first. Ouch! That stings. Looks like I'm not getting out this way. Let's find where it is. Yeah. Crystal ball. Future, maybe? Look to the future. These crystal balls are used to communicate to other people. Let's see if we can contact someone. It's not working. Of course it isn't. Alright, unicorn head? I can't reach it. Bookcase. There's nothing on here I'd want to carry around with me. Books. Fuck books. Alright. Tapestry. Magic carpet, maybe? Nope. Nothing hidden behind. Climb up this. They're too high, I can't reach them. Fine. Potions. Let's see what we have here. Hex remover, a walk through walls potion, and a teleportation serum. Nice. It's a shame they're all empty. Such a tease. Refrigerator. All the professor keeps in his fridge are sandwich ingredients and sweet rolls. They're not going to help me right now. The professor's shopping list. Let's take a look. Or let's not look at it. There it is. Milk, bacon, eggs, beef, glue. Milk, bacon, eggs, beef, glue. Alright. There's mold growing inside. I don't really want to touch it if I can help it. Fork. Or, alright. Fork on the mold. That won't do any good. Alright. Let's just put it. Thank you. Stop it. don't know what this is, and I don't think I want to touch it. It looks unpleasant. The professor's drainage system experiment gone wrong. What a mess. So it's drainage from... what? Pipes. I can't reach them. I've always wondered what the professor keeps underneath this blanket. I guess now is as good a time as any to find out. And it's a dragon. Sweet. A baby dragon. Baby dragon. And it talks. Of course I talk. Know any dragons that don't? I don't know any dragons, so... well, there you are then. And I'm no baby dragon. I'm 200 years old and at my adult physical peak. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, midget baby dragon. Never mind that. Are you going to make me a sandwich? No. Well, if you're not going to make me a sandwich, then what are you doing here? I'm Elle, the professor's apprentice. Oh, you're that lady that smells of honey when she visits. Honey? Yes, I've never seen you in person, so I just imagined what you'd look like based on your smell. But you don't look anything like a honey-glazed sweet roll. No, I don't. Look like a girl. The professor has been kidnapped by an evil warlock named Garglewort. It's a nice name, actually. Who also placed an unbreakable hex lock on the door, so I can't get it open. We're stuck here. Well, he can probably fly, I would imagine. That's a tough spot. Well, I guess we better get comfortable then. Want to make me a sandwich? No. I want to try and find a way out of here. Well, good luck with that. Let me know how that turns out. What a douche. Ideas. Give them. Let me think for a minute. No. Can't think of anything. Nice. You're you stupid midget baby dragon. Who is Garglewort? He's some warlock who lives in some sort of sordid dungeon tower over in the mountains. Not much is known about him except that his name is Garglewort and he's hell-bent on taking over the realm. There's also rumors that he's into S&M. Yeah, I gathered that. Have you ever... just after Garglewort kidnapped the professor, he mentioned he was looking for a time stone. Any idea what it is? No, but if I had to guess, I'd say it was some sort of stone that had something to do with time. Thanks. Thanks. Don't mention it. Any idea where the professor might keep it? Look, he keeps me under this stupid blanket most of the time, so how would I know? Alright, enough about Garglewort. Who are you? I'm the professor's pet dragon. Well, granted, I gathered that. I thought all dragons were extinct. Most of them are, mainly due to being killed by knights. That's what you get for burning down villages, I suppose. It makes it difficult for people to warm up to you. Get it? Ah, you son of a bitch. Smaller dragons like me were left alone. We were seen more as vermin, like pigeons, as opposed to a threat that needed killing. So, you're a baby midget jerk chauvinist dragon that nobody likes. What's your name? My name? My name is Slim Shady. Dragon. Dragon? Well, that's the name I tend to go by. My parents' intent was to name me after something they loved. They loved dragons, but unfortunately I don't really care for the name they gave me. What did they name you? Oh, Donuts. Donuts the dragon. I like that, it's cute. Yep, but as I say, I don't really care for it. It's much more of a sweet roll kind of dragon. Right. How did you end up here? You want to know my story? Well, after I left my parents' nest, I made a home around the back of a bakery in a nearby village. I loved it there. At the end of every day, the baker would throw out any uneaten foods that I had made during the day. It was heaven. Sweet rolls, donuts, cream cakes, jam tarts, gingerbread men, yum-yums. You name it, the baker will have thrown it out, and I would have eaten it. I thought that I would spend the rest of my life there getting fat on these wonderful foods every day. Unfortunately, the village was destroyed in fire, and the bakery along with it. Well, you did get fat. So there's that. Ironically, it was a dragon that started the fire, and I was left homeless. Coincidentally. Now, with me being so fat I couldn't travel very far, so I crawled into the first hole I could find and made that my new home. Sadly, I had no hunting skills, and my diet consisted of leaves and worms. When the professor found me, I was almost starving to death. He nursed me back to health and made me a deal that I could simply not refuse. What was the deal? He promised me that in exchange for staying with him and helping him with his experiments, that he would give me a sandwich whenever I wanted. I simply could not say no to an offer like that. What do you help the professor with? He mainly uses me to light his cigars, but I have other uses too. Like what? Well, he sometimes uses my dung as ingredients for his potion. Gross. One time he got his potion mixed up with his vindaloo. Now that was gross. But also hilarious. Nasty. Alright. Anyway, back to the professor. Why does the professor keep you hidden under a blanket? Because I'm a fire hazard. I breathe fire. Plus, he says that I'm super annoying. Well, he's right on both counts, probably. You can breathe fire? Of course. I'm a dragon. It's great for barbecuing meat. Why does the professor keep you locked in a cage? Well, I'm a wild animal, after all. And if you bring a wild animal into your home, then you're gonna have to expect some wild habits to come with them. Like what? I keep pooping on the floor. So he stuck me in this cage and put some newspaper down. Must get cramped in there. Nah, I don't like to move too much. I'm pretty fat, you know. Plus, I get to enjoy reading the comics every Sunday. Anyway, back to the professor. I'm gonna see if I can find a way out of here. Well, good luck. Let me know if you decide to make that sandwich. No, I'm not gonna make you a sandwich, dude. Electro wand. Get it. Get it. What is this? Oh, that. That's just the professor's magic wand. I didn't know the professor had a magic wand. Well, the only magic it does is electrocuting me. So it's a cattle prod, basically. The professor uses it to prod me when... exactly, acting too annoying. Well, as the professor would do, I don't think he would want that. Well, I don't really care what he would want, do I? Cupboard. And, of course, it's locked. Or jammed. Yeah, there's a knack to opening that cupboard. The professor usually uses a utensil to pry the door open. I have a utensil. Sweet. Open. And sweet, candles. That'll help. Professor's... I can't sleep at a time like this. The professor would go mad if I touched his certificates. That map isn't going to help me right now. Alright, well, candles, dragon, fire. Candlestick, I see it. Can you light these candles with your fire breath? Of course I can. That'd be a pretty poor excuse for a dragon if I couldn't breathe fire. Great! Do it. What are you waiting for? The magic word. Please? Please and thank you. You have to say the magic word for the fire to react. What? Yeah, it's a command like sit or lay down. Only make fire. Except it makes me breathe fire. I thought dragons could breathe fire whenever they wanted. Well, wild dragons might be able to do it. But I am a domestic dragon. I thought you were wild, that's why you're locked up. Right? Okay, so what's the magic word? How should I know? Don't you hear the professor when he says it to you? Look, lady. When I'm breathing fire, I'm summoning one of the primary universal elements. From my breath comes the gift of light, heat, and energy. I'm in the zone. I'm not paying attention to the word the professor uses when he wants me to light his cigars. I simply breathe. Okay. So do you know the magic word? Flame on. Nope. That's not it. Go flame go? Nope. That's not it. I have a feeling none of these are. I don't know. Put it back. You know, help. Son of a bitch. Let's see. The crystal balls are used to communicate to other people. Let's see if we can contact someone. It's not working. That thing is always running out of power. You need to find something to charge it with. Electricity. Let's see if we can zap some power into this thing. Or touch it. Was that static electricity? Crystal ball has power now. The professor only has one number in his speed dial. Where do you find the speed dial in a crystal ball? Let's see if we can contact them. Hey, it's Merlin. It's Merlin's mystical shop of magical wonders. Or the professor has been kidnapped. Oh, thank goodness you answered. The professor has been kidnapped by an evil warlock named Garglewort, and then he locked me in here with an unbreakable hex spell. I need help. Oh my, well that's, terrible. I do hope the professor is all, right. Wow. Can you help me get out of here? Well, I would, but I'm, all the way across the other side of the world. And, by the time I left to see if I could rescue you, it would be, weeks before I could reach you. By the time you'd probably be, dead. So, how do I get rid of the unbreakable hex? Well, it's unbreakable, so I don't think you do. Well, as you said yourself, the hex is, unbreakable, which means that it is going to be very unlikely that you will be able to, break it. Do you know Garglewort? What do you know about him? Unfortunately, I, do. He was once a fellow student of mine at the university. One day he got into a, argument with a fellow student. It ended in Garglewort shoving my magical staff up the student's, butthole. I moved to have him expelled, and he's been on the warpath ever since. Let's not talk about wizard butts. Ever heard of the Time Stone? Time Stone? Garglewort mentioned it before he kidnapped the professor. Oh dear, this is not, good. In fact, it is very, bad. You mean the professor does have one? A time stone? Yes. What exactly is a time stone? A time stone is a dimensional matter of rock, which is a concentrated version of time and space. It is extremely rare, and only a handful of people can claim to, have ever held a piece of it, or even seen it. They say that the time stones were formed when time began as the world came into existence. Some say that our world is from the, future or past. What? And that the time stone traveled with the world through time when it arrived in the present. But nobody, knows for sure. So, what does it do? Why would Garglewort want one? I don't want one. Some say that a time stone has the power to allow you to travel through, time and stone. It is quite possible that the Garglewort plans to use the time stone to travel through time, possibly taking knowledge he has from the present to give him a, advantage over people in the past. You must find the time stone and ensure that Garglewort never gets his, hands on it. Why does the professor have a time stone? It is a secret assignment from the, Unheard University of Wizardry. Hey, that's a reference to Discworld, Unseen University. He was tasked with locating the time stone and discovering its secrets. He figured out that there was a small amount of time stone in this, area. That's why he built his house here. Luckily, he found some of the element and has been experimenting with it. But so far, all he's told me is that, he hasn't had much luck with it. Enough about the time stone. That's not important. About the professor's kidnapping. Yes. Can you help me? I would, but I'm, halfway across the world. Yeah, I did that already. Dead. No. Do you know the magic word for fire? Yes, magic words are one of the first things you learn at the, Unheard University of Wizardry. And, fire is one of the most important elements to summon. It contains light, heat, and, energy. When it comes in handy when I need to light my cigars. But you need to have an ignition. You can't just make fire out of, thin air. Would dragon's breath work? Dragon's breath contains sparks, which would, ignite. So I don't see why the magic word wouldn't work on a dragon. What is it? Magic word for summoning fire is, wiener. Wiener? Yup. A very powerful magic word is that. Just make sure to use it, responsibly. Always be responsible with your wiener. Don't be running around shouting wiener at the top of your voice. You could, cause an accident. Alright, well, thanks for the help, dude. Bye. Good, bye. Oh, wiener. Alright, let's shout wiener at a dragon. Light these candles because, I don't know. Wiener! He burps fire. Sweet. What do you have to say about that dragon? I've already done that. Never mind. You just sit there and think about sandwiches. That's gotta go in there. Take your time, Elle. Sweet. Nice. There's always a hidden chest. There's some sort of weird combination lock on the chest. Nothing happened. It looks like I can change these symbols by pressing the buttons underneath. Alright, so we got duck, cow, horse, pig, dragon. 2 legs, 4 legs, 4 legs. What was the other one? No, it's not it. Tails. They all got tails. Wait. Milk, bacon, eggs, beef, glue. Milk. Bacon. It's a chicken, not a duck. Milk, bacon, eggs. Beef. Glue. It's unlocked! Sweet. This is it. Look, I found it! I found the time stone! Now throw it through the window and escape. I wonder how I will get to take me just before the professor was taken. Just click your heels 3 times and... Oh, or just say it. Nice. Oh dear. 15 minutes earlier. 15 minutes earlier. Hey, Professor! What is it? I'm sensing a magical disturbance in the Force. I'll give you a magical disturbance in your Force. I don't know. Now shut up and light my cigar, wiener. You didn't have a cigar. Is that a euphemism? I think it is. Elle! Whoa, that felt weird. Elle, is that you? Is that the time stone? How did you... Professor, I know this may be hard to understand, but I'm from the future. What? The evil warlock Garglewort came and took you hostage. When I came for my potions lessons, you were tied up. Then he appeared. He wanted the time stone, and when you wouldn't give it to him, he took you away. And he left me here and cast an unbreakable hex lock on the door, and I couldn't escape, but I found the time stone, and he used to come here and rescue you. Garglewort knows about the time stone? This isn't good. Not good at all. Well, if what you say is true, we must leave here before Garglewort arrives. It's too late, Professor. Hello. Oh no, Garglewort. That's right, little girl. And you won't be going anywhere, Professor. Oh, crap. Professor, no! And now I will transport your precious professor to my torture dungeon until he reveals to me the location of the time stone. Oh no, it's happening again, just like before, only earlier. I need to stop him before he locks me in here again. Now, if you're quite done muttering to yourself, I've got an old fool to torture information from. But first I must deal with you. Let's just see you try and go anywhere with an unbreakable hex lock on the door. Wait! What? Before you leave me to die here, at least tell me your plan? I suppose that would be the villainous thing to do, wouldn't it? Allow you to think about all the terrible things I'll be doing while you die a slow and painful death. Alright then, I'll tell you. So, alright. This? No. Stabby. Perhaps I should try something different. Okay. Don't worry, Professor. I'll find a way out of here. Wanna bet? I'll stop talking. I don't think they want that. No. Wait. Puddle. What do you think you're doing? It's time for my yoga stretches. Yoga stretches? Yep. Do it every day at 22:09. Well, stop it. It's very distracting. Women doing yoga is pretty distracting, I've gotta say. I'm definitely not going to try and electrocute you. Well, I should think not. The very idea. Stand up straight while I talk at you. Nice. I am going to tie my sandals. Now, why should I let you do that? There's expense. They're distracting me from listening to your wonderful schemes. You mean I've been talking all this time and you've not been listening? Well, yeah, no, I haven't, actually. This will not do. Hurry up and tie them so I can start from the beginning. Sure thing. Bzz. Nice. And I just murdered a man. Awesome. Professor! Here, let me untie you. Thank goodness. Why is he bloody? Knock knock. What the? Who's that knocking? Professor? Oh crap. I'm here for my potions lesson. Oh. Damn. Nice. So that was Time Stone by Stuart Lilford of Scared Square Games. If you like what you saw, take a look at the description below for a link to download the game. It's totally free. I really like this game. I like the humor, I like the throwback feel of it. I really look forward to seeing what Scared Square produces in the very near future. And if you enjoyed this Let's Play, please give me a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe, because I'm going to be producing a lot more of these Let's Plays in the very near future. I'm Highspot, and I'll see you next time.